What's up, everybody? Edwin, Brooke, TMC, Project Black, Quentin, Neo, what up? Lucas, Buddy Beats, Luis. How y'all doing? Let's see, let's get, I want to start working on some Ramsters. Just for fun, just to mix it up a little bit. I just did a AP reset. I'm on, I think, floor 53? Let me look. Yeah, floor 53, so I got a little ways to go. Gonna set this guy up here real quick. We're gonna Ramsterize some things here today. Let's see. I think I'm gonna pull Flame Auras off. I'm not sure. Let's see. What's up, Tabletop? Cole, how you doing? Alright, what do we want to use? Well, we don't want to use that. Let's put that in our save for later stuffs and things. I'm thinking this guy right here, Go Boo Boom Power Servo, is the way to go. Oh, this will hardly be a guide today, TMC. This will not be best use. Let's see, we'll go with the usual. Let's see how this looks here. See what these guys look like. Almost to the range cap, so not bad there. Saying 710,000 damage per attack, that should be fine. What's going on there? Oh man. Just got home from school, nice. Alright, let's just hop into a map and check it out, see what we get. See what's good here. Now watch, gonna get a map with just lots of twists and turns. It's not gonna be super Ramster friendly. I knew it. Well, let's see what the lanes are. See, some of these, like, I normally would not use a Ramster on a lane that's only got 15 mobs. We got some long shot on that one. Well, let's give it a shot here. Gonna need something for anti-air. What do we got? You know what, let's throw one weapon man node up top. Then I could throw a PDT in the mix too, actually. Let's see, so let's go 1 PDT, 2 Ramsters. Just from running maps, their Val is it. Let's try something like that. See, this one shouldn't be as bad. Let's just try 3 Rams here. Just always re-roll your stuff, you know. Let's see, we're gonna need poison on this one. Only 29 mobs there. Alright, we got Spellbreaker Air Raid lane. I think for that I'll just throw a Harpoon here. So let's go 2. What do we got over here? EMP zappers. Here we'll just throw a Sky Guard. That doesn't leave me much DU. 340 left. I'm going to have to let these ballistas clear this lane a little bit too. .48 mobs there. I've got 999 ascension caps. That's 20,000 defense power. But yeah, and Gilded Shards. Gilded Shards is extremely powerful. I don't know if I'd call it OP. I'd call it your normal goal that you want to get to. But if you don't have Gilded Shards, then you're not at the speed cap either, so... See, we got proximity here, which kind of stinks, huh? And, I mean, just getting to the speed cap alone is a huge, huge damage increase. I kind of feel like I need a PDT over here just to help with the flyers. $50 more. What do we want to do? Nah, skeleton archers. The skeletal archers are not what they used to be. They need more range on them, in my opinion. Tell you what, let's just do this. We've got 100 left. Actually, let's just throw it right on that. Both of the sky guards. Guys, I'm in throwaway relics. Looking at my stats is not what you want to shoot for. My stats are very low compared to where they normally would be. They're, I mean, like half of the amount of damage that a person with 50 plus ancient power resets in full gear would have. So, I mean, the stats are very low. That's the first grind in the game. There, Madrid. It sucks. There's no doubt about it. It's a brutal, brutal grind, but shards are the first thing that you want to get in the game. Until you get all the perfect shards, you're just not going to be at the power level of someone who has them. Well, I mean, it's just soak up that kobold anyway. It's rough. I mean, there's no other way to put it. You know, there's no way to sugarcoat it at all. The reason I have everything is because I've been playing since the very first day shards released. You know, I've got lots and lots and lots of shards. Now I'm in the middle of ancient power resets there, Alpha. So not doing too many public matches while all that is going on. I'm not strong enough to be carrying other people. Shy of somebody coming in and carrying me, it wouldn't work out too well. Yeah, right, that looks good. I start on 51. I put a video out about it there, Bryce, but there's a post sticky to the top of the DD2 forums that's got all the minimum floors listed in it. I don't remember them off the top of my head, but there is a video on my channel about it just last week. Or you can go to the forums, the DD2 forums. It caps out at 51 to 80 though. It doesn't go any higher than that. Yeah, Dryad's Beast. There's no bad heroes. I think I should have put a little bit more into this lane here. In the Sky Guards maybe even. Rolla, rolla. Well, it wasn't too bad. This one has gone better than I thought, to be honest. You build characters based on your playstyle. I don't play the Lavamancer actively. To me, it just seems like a very, very boring hero to play, and I'm not a big fan of melee anyway. So you combine those together, and I just don't play the Lavamancer. I mean, if you like melee, then you just want to go hero damage and go punch things, but you have to like melee. Not enough for another up, huh? Doesn't look like it. That lazy Mystic build is not near as good as it used to be. Ever since they made the special on that dagger turn into a mod, it's been less than impressive. I mean, it's still playable, but it's not near as good as it was. It's a shame, too. I really do love the Mystic. And the Mystic is viable in high onslaught too, since she can control the enemies and make them smack each other. Makes the enemy scaling, you know, benefits her in that regard. I wish that right click was as good as it was. You did C4 15 times and you got one. Call that extremely lucky, Terror. Your odds of getting one, or your probability of getting one, or having a 99.9% chance to get one is like 120 maps. If you got one in 15, then just consider yourself absurdly lucky. I mean, that's what makes the grind so brutal. I mean, it's literally to have a 99% chance of getting one. You have to open like over 100 shard packs. So, yeah, it's rough stuff. Oh, the Mystic's a great builder, don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing the Mystic anyway, in any way. I'm just saying that lazy aimbot build is not what it used to be. It used to hit way harder. I was Ascension level 200 before I got my first defense rate shard. Just to give you guys an example. I didn't even know it existed until I was like Ascension 75. So, I mean, getting it in just doing a few maps, what I mean by doing a few is like less than 50, is really, really lucky. I mean, it's just getting one in that time is really lucky. And you need 20 of them, you know, or you're going to want a bunch of them anyway. Getting shards is no, not before trying Chaos 7. Chaos 7 is not the end game. Chaos 7 is the end of the base progression, is it? But shards is a big grind, but having the proper shards is going to make the Chaos climb way easier, but they're not required just to get to Chaos 7. I mean, it's good to have, but they're definitely not required. Well, this has gone extremely smooth compared to how I thought it was going to go. That's one benefit with these twisty-turny lanes with the Ramsters is they, Come on, Matthews, come on out. Is it will go through walls and stuff. Oh, nice, Luis. Power Gambit's a absolutely wonderful shard. It's best in slot for a chest on any hero damage hero. If you're playing it as hero damage, you want Power Gambit. You should use Mass Destruction on whatever tower you use the most there, Swoopy. I mean, Mass Destruction is going to be best in slot on whatever defense you put it on. So, I mean, whatever your most used defense is where you want it. Get off me. What's going on, Kai? How you doing? You were thinking power transfer. Yeah, power transfer's crappy now. It's still usable situationally. Like on Lightning Strike auras, if you're using a boost aura with them, power transfer can be a huge addition. Yeah, it's a regular old table flipper. This is a golden one, of course, from the Carnival event way back in the day. But it's just the regular table flip ability. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Crap. And now things went downhill. Did not see that guy coming. Oh, it's the last wave anyway, so it's all good. Destruction and Mass Destruction is extremely powerful, but in most cases it really nerfs your range. You wouldn't want to trade out rate. Rate is required. Range is not. Range is makes placing it easier and more convenient, but certainly not a required thing. You're going to want it on most of your defenses, don't get me wrong, but rate you have to have. Whether it be through a mod or through shards, you have to have rate. Table flipper flips a table there, Kai. It's one of the hero damage pets. It throws a table at him for $27.50. Let's see here. We get anything? Anti-melee and crit damage. That might be a keeper throwaway relic right there. I'll keep it around for a minute anyway. That would work on just about any defense though. I don't upgrade anything after resetting. No, it's not possible to get a Gilded Mass Destruction. You can only get one. There's no way to get more than one Hyper Shard. Wow, nothing over here. Everything's stacked. Pyrolas over yonder. What do we got here? Stabbies with Geo Lava Guard Throwers. Nice guy. Congrats. I did the same. When I did Mastery with the wife, I got her to Vicious Strikes in one day. It was mostly AFK, to be honest. Let's see. Let's do that. You know what? I'm going to throw this on my Flame Auras just so I can put Flame Auras down. I don't want to not use Flame Auras. Well, I don't have any shards for it, though. Or do I? There we go. Like that's just a good Flame Aura spot here for flyer control. Mass is more of a game changer than Vicious, I think. Vicious is nice, but Vicious is not, Vicious doesn't allow you to do anything that you wouldn't be able to do normally. Let's see, let's just do the 3 Rams and a PDT. That just seems really solid. Let's just go with that and see how it goes here. Yeah, their shard destructive pylon is extremely powerful. Let's just throw a Skyguard down here. It's air raid. This is another spot that's just a good spot for an aura stack. Let's see, we got one flyer lane, stabbies. Let's do this. We'll get a little flyer double dipping in. Where you at? Oh, EV2. We'll do that. Something like that. And we'll get these rams going. What do we got here? Frosty Fodder with proximity. This is more flame auras. I mean, frost lanes have got to have fire damage, right? Now, ideally, I would have fire Ramsters, but I don't have fire Ramsters. Let's see. Let's do the 2-in-1. We'll go 2 rams and a PDT on each lane. Well, Trendy has to give out codes. How those Casters Guild flares work is you can get them by watching the content from the person that's giving them away. But Trendy didn't give us any giveaway codes in January and have yet to give us any in February, so I'm assuming there's not going to be a February giveaway either. I don't know what Trendy's got going on. They've got some big secret going, you know? We all know that. They got some big secret. But nobody knows what that secret is except Trendy at this point. They've been very tight-lipped. Let's see, we got EMP stabbies here. I'm using Deadly Strikes and Defense Rate. I've got a Mass Destruction in, but it's unupgraded. So it's not really giving, or a Vicious Strikes, pardon me. But as you see, it's not upgraded, so it's not really giving me very much range. I just got it in there because I'm too lazy to move it. That's where it would normally be. But I'm not going to spend the 2 mil on this reset. I'm going to save the gold. I spent a lot of gold lately. Lots and lots of gold. Alright, we got a high roller lane in the mix over here. I think what we'll do is we'll CC it back a little further. Right about there. And then, see, what do we have over here? We got Sligar Lava Throwers and Game Ogre. Alright, we're going to want to get some CC in this for the Game Ogre. On a normal day, I have mass on Flame Auras, Kai, but I'm not using any Hyper Shards right now. Well, I mean, I'm using them, but I haven't upgraded them, so they're all junk. They junky junk. Now, hopefully this all just doesn't get smacked. Gonna need some boss killers. The boss killers. That leaves me 200. I already know what I want to do here. It's just since we're going... Actually, let's go ballistas. I'm gonna put those right over this way. Pointed at their backsides. And I'm hoping that these ranged mobs out of here, these throwers, don't go and throw at them, which they may. We'll have to see how that goes. I got enough for one more LSA. Let me just throw that there. McManus Projector is the best shot type for everything on the EV. A second would be McDougars. The McManus is going to give you more lane clearing, and the McDougars would give you more single target damage. So it's kind of an either or thing, but in my opinion, the McManus is just far superior. Alright, now the problem with this roller lane, more than anything, is I've got towers all over the place. So I gotta make sure that the roller rockets aren't going through any of my towers. Wow, did you see that little spin move that roller did up in there? That's the worst thing about the roller lanes. They're not that difficult to deal with. It's just you have to pay attention. That's terrible, paying attention. The roller rockets are shooting at a lane on the ground, or shooting at the ground where you're standing. So they won't, a reflect beam won't really help you. That and it would be a waste of DU at this point, considering all I have to do is jump. Alright, we got assassins though. This is death. It's alright. When I'm dead, there's no roller rockets. I'll stay dead, please. Rockets do damage towers. Okay. That was changed several patches ago. I'm using defense rate and deadly strikes. I've got an unupgraded vicious strikes, which is the same as not having a shard. So I'm using 2 or 3 shards. I mean, it's just there for the stun. Alright, now this kind of stinks. Having winners here and an air raid lane right there. Let's see, we can go... Let me bring it back just a little. Let's go something like this. That's not true at all. Gilded shards aren't required for ancient power. Gilded shards are nice because you don't have to spend gold. But, I mean, what gilded shards are saving you is not having to spend gold on all the AP resets. It's the hardest thing to get used to with ancient power is not having all your stuff. Because, I mean, ideally, you want to use as few defenses as possible. That way you don't have to upgrade anything. Or you don't have to upgrade a bunch of stuff, you know? Shocking Revelations and water. And then for the third, you use either tenacity or range. If you've got a 10 of 10 Chaos 8 rate mod installed there, Bryce, then yeah, you'd want to use Vamp. But if it's not a 10 of 10 Chaos 8 mod, then you're going to want to go with Rate Shard. What happened to Jucinda? Jucinda's still there? Jucinda's got nothing but single target defenses. Single target defenses are not... They're boss killers, they're not lane clearers. So that's why I haven't used much of her. I mean, they're great for heavy mobs, but not having the ability to, like with the snakes, not being able to have more than one snake attack the same target is kind of a big deal. Yeah, if it's 10 of 10 C8, then yeah, Vamp would be great as your third. What do we got there? We got a Frost Mob sneaking. Better get out of there. So this lane needs upgrades. What do we got over here? Quibs. Where's Quibs at? There, Quibs is at the front of the pack. There we go. And one assassin left, it looks like. Explosive poison is great. It's just, it's a really small range on it. So the poison explosions are not as effective as they used to be. But there's nothing wrong with explosive poison. I don't use it because I want to get more single target damage out of them. You have to make a decision with your PDTs. Do you want more single target damage, or do you want to spread the poison? You know, do you want more AoE out of it, or do you want more single target out of it? Well, this is actually an opportunity to buff that lane up top, because I don't think I need anything else here. I can get away with not doing anything there. This, however, could use some love. What do we want to do? Go with 2 flame R's here. What are we doing on this? 798,000, that's pretty good. Let's go with 3. We'll get an upgrade on all of them too. Now what about down here? We could throw another one in here. And that leaves 80. 80, I could go 2 more PDTs. Oop, I done spent all the mana. I'll save it for next wave. Yeah, I mean, it's situational. Where explosive would shine is on a map with a lot, or a lane with a lot of mobs that has a real tight area. Like, even this area here is too wide. A mob that explodes here will not spread poison to a mob that's right here. But, like, on this lane right here, explosive poison owns this lane. So, I mean, it's situational, you know? But I mean, there's nothing wrong with using it. If you like using it, use it. You know? Like I said, I'm trying to get more single target damage out of mine. Alright, well, thank you so much for swinging by. I do appreciate it. 6 a.m. comes early, I know that. Grave Infection and Frostfire are fine there, Kai. What are you talking about? Don't be a member of the fun police. Have fun. All that needs to be changed is Shatterquake. If Shatterquake was fixed, then, I mean, it's something you're having to trigger. I mean, a Nuke Monk can do 800 million damage in one hit. So what's a little freezy damage, you know? It's all good. See, transfer your level 10 tenacity to one of your C8 medallions. No, you gotta upgrade it prior to transferring it, Joel. So basically that relic is ruined until you do an ancient power reset. You have to fully upgrade a relic before transferring mods. You don't transfer a low level mod to a high level item and think you're gonna get a free upgrade out of it. It doesn't work that way. You have to upgrade it first. Yeah, once you reset, it'll get set down to campaign. But you've basically... I've done it too. I mean, I think most people have done it. Alright, Tara, take it easy. But, yeah, it's... Just stick that relic in a bag now and forget it exists. Because it's screwed. So it's no different than playing a barbarian normal, huh, Kai, is what you're saying? Uh-oh, uh-oh. I'm screwed. Can't recover. All heroes are way overpowered in strength. Every single hero does way more damage than any defense in the game. Well, I don't want to say that. Any hero that's properly geared is going to do more damage than the majority of defenses in the game. I'll say that. Heroes are blown out powerful in every aspect. So, I mean, having one little combination like that doesn't... I mean, overpowered is overpowered. All heroes are overpowered. Right, now, where did they come from? It looked like they were coming from here, but I guess they had to have been coming from here, right? No, there's no shieldies in that lane. Oh, they were coming from here. Oh, I didn't build it. Well, that explains things. Jeez. Alright, gonna have to fix some stuff here. What do I want to do? See what happens when I just go hitting G? And what, I'll sell these. It seems like this is holding up pretty just fine down here. I guess it helps to build the lanes, huh? Alright. What do we got? We got Omega Squad Delta, Spellbreaker, and Headstrong. So here we don't want to use the Rams. We want some physical damage. So that's going to be Ballistas. Let me go ahead and go 4. Leaves 40 left over. I'll save the 40, I guess. Lavamancer is certainly not the worst. Lavamancer, in my opinion, is one of the least fun. Flame Aura is for damage, weapon manufacturers for crowd control, Patrick. There is no best. You're supposed to use both. It's not a one over the other type thing. Flame Aura does way more damage than Weapon Man's. I think I've got Destruction, Defense Rate, and Earth Toss. Earth Toss you have to have. Defense Rate you have to have if you don't have a Chaos 8 Defense Rate mod on it. And Destruction is kind of a no-brainer. It's straight up more power. Nah, that's only projectiles. The Ramster is not a projectile defense. It shoots right through. Shields. The Ballista spam build was last week there, Kai. I did an entire reset with Ballista spam. That's not the best use of a Lavamancer, though, Steven. The strongest average DPS of a Lavamancer is go full hero damage and go punch things. It's just really, really, really boring. That's the problem with it. It lacks pizzazz. There's no problem with the power of it. There's problems with it being boring. Right, what now? Throwers and healers. Well, this one will be an easy lane. Get them Ramsters back. You know what? I'm gonna... you know, I'm not gonna. I was gonna throw down a Weapon Man to crowd control him up a little, but I'm not. I'm just gonna leave him as is. for mods, I use Shatterquake, Anti-Melee, and I think I'm using Shatterquake, Anti-Melee, and I think I've got Defense Rate on mine because I don't have a Gilded Rate shard in it. I think. Not 100% positive there. I can't really use Earth Shatters right now because of the Shatterquake being so exploity. So that's why, I mean, Earth Shatters are extremely powerful, but the reason I'm not using them right now is Shatterquake is kind of broken. Upgrading Ramsters, getting no value out of it, but whatever. Let's see, here's a bunch of mana sitting here too. You know what, I'm just going to let it run. I don't think I need to upgrade anything else. Almost all of the defense-specific mods are junk. The Shatterquake is good. The Poison Snakes is not good as far as overall DPS, but it gives it a little bit of versatility. But yeah, the Ramster one stinks, the Fisher one stinks, the Ballista one stinks. I mean, most of them stink. The Explosive Trap one is decent, but it takes forever to get to the point where it's charged up. I can't discuss exploits, Daniel. You'll figure it out. It violates my Casters Guild agreement. Not that it matters. They haven't given us codes in 2 months anyway. Or going on 2 months. Trendy needs to get with the codes. But anyway, I don't publicly use any exploity stuff, because in exchange for not doing that, Trendy gives me codes to give away to you guys. So, wants to keep the codes flowing, you know? See what we get, what we get. Ugh. Well, at least it's not the assault version. Let's see. Anything good? Not one legendary item that entire run. How stinky. That's the downside of not playing in a group. Right, Timmy. We got Timmy back up in here. I think we'll just Ramster Timmy. Timmy getting Ramstered. Just completely overkill Timmy. There we go. And we got Dreadbones here. Wow, we're getting all the big lanes. This one's going to need a little attention. Cyfrost Vanguard Womps. Kind of mix it up here. We'll get the Rams in the mix, but then throw in a Flame R or two too for the frost damage. Let's just go like that. Actually leaves me 400 left. Feel like I could do something here too. You know what? Instead of this PDT, because that PDT is going to get a lot of the projectiles are going to hit the wall. Let's go with this over here. Get just some upfront damage in. Let the Ramsters close the deal. And what's that leave me here? At least it's kind enough to give me armored lanes here on Ramster Day. Let's see. Let's go 2 and 2 to get started, I guess. And then that leaves me 900. I think with the 900 we'll go something like this. That should work. Oh yeah, I gotta have the Hypno Hamsters. If you're gonna use hamsters, get the Hypno variety, you know. I'm gonna have to watch that that pirate lane. It's not randomly, Bryce. It's their reflect shield. They pop up a shield. That shield will reflect any damage that's done to them back on the defense. So if you hit them, it's going to get reflected onto you. If a defense hits it, it gets reflected onto the defense. You want to push as high as you can the first time there, Joaquin. Go as high in onslaught as you can. Got a headstrong lane there, Kai. I'm not gonna waste a weapon man when half of the mobs coming will be immune to it. So here comes the captain. Right, captain down. Wow, we got lots of dive bombers here. Very nice. Alright, what to upgrade? I'm gonna take that Skyguard all the way up. And we got nothing else over here, right? What's going on, Jaded? Yeah, reflect beams are awesome. No doubt about it. Reflect beams have always been awesome. There's never been a time where reflect beams sucked. Ever. Let's see, let's get the two front ones, I guess. You guys that have been playing for a while, remember back a couple years ago, I did the AFK roller build with reflect beams. I went through a little spell where I was using reflects as my main damage source for a while. They're actually not as strong as they were then, but they're still really good. Wow, those Ramsters just wrecked that. Well, it was all little guys too, but yeah, Flamar ups for the win. Still very effective though, even with that was one of the recent nerfs they had to it. I mean, they got nerfed first because when crit damage got changed, their crit damage got scaled down. But they're still really strong. And then their range got nerfed, but they're still really strong. So I mean, it's just an awesome defense. That and the utility you get out of it, and the doing creative things like, you know, with a 10 of 10 tenacity, you can basically protect all your other defenses versus cyborgs. Using them against flyers is insanely good. And here comes the captain. Crap. Woo! Pet for the win. Good job, table flipper. That was a close call there. Saved by the table flipper. Well, that stinks. Now everything's going to get destroyed here. Screwing around, laziness is going to make me rebuild the entire lane. Yeah, I guess not the entire lane, but a good chunk of it. It's like 4 seconds, but every node gives you a separate explosion, so the explosions go off almost constantly. I think it's 4 seconds anyway. I don't remember exactly. But the power with it is each node is independent. So the nodes are just, it's going to be boom, 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 boom the whole time. You know what, I'm just going to upgrade them even though you get crappy upgrade value. How we doing over here? Doing good there. Should upgrade that captain lane. That's good. I'll upgrade one Ramster just to blow the mana. Well, then it's not 4 seconds, Kai. I said I think, but I'm not sure. Sand traps are 4 seconds. I don't remember off the top of my head. Throw a gilded defense rate on it and look at it. That's how you check with every defense. I'm not using them right now, so I don't have them set up. Oh, I missed with the table flipper. Still was able to get him down, though. Let's see. There you go, 2.5. But like I said, the nodes are all independent of each other. They don't go off at the same time, so it's constant explosions. Lots of boom boom. The problem is it's not worth using until you get a C8 tenacity on it. I mean, it's still worth using, but not for your main lane clear. If you don't have a Chaos 8 tenacity on it, it's not going to work as you want it to. Let's see, let's just get this captain lane completely jacked up. Okay, that's good. What do we got? We got Quibs and a Yeti. And a Shieldy. It doesn't attack faster than that, Bryce. It's just the nodes being independent of themselves. They're not on the same timer. It's each node attacks every 2.5 seconds, but they don't go off at the exact same time. So, as a defense, it's boom, 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 boom. You just have to realize that each node is its separate defense. That's part of what makes Reflect so strong. They're chained together. Uh-oh. Shoot. God dang it. Not watching the captain. It depends on how many nodes you put down. The more nodes you put down, the faster it attacks. The fewer nodes you put down, the slower it attacks. But each node attacks every 2.5 seconds. So it's doing exactly what it says it does. What's going on there, Hannes? How you doing? Alright, no ignoring the pirate. Get some Frostfire going up in there. We got Gribs coming out, or no, that's a Shieldy coming out on the far side. Actually, it looked like it died. Wow. Ramsters did good. Okay, now don't sit over here on Frosties and ignore the captain, because I know he's coming. That Yeti converted into a cannon ogre. Where's the captain at? I'm worried he's gonna run out on me. Try to get a shot in on this cannon ogre though. You want to go as high as you can the first time before you reset. At a minimum, don't reset prior to your minimum ascension being over 250. So that's like floor 50. But the higher you go, the easier your resets are going to be. So you should push as high as you can prior to resetting. Plaguing Hawk. The monk is more powerful as hero damage, and the initiate would be more powerful as far as defenses go. So it's not a side-by-side comparison. They're both super useful. I will say that I think the monk's heroic boost is more fun, and that's why I think more people use it. The initiate's more of... It's super effective. Throwing that on the ground is crazy effective, but it doesn't have the fun factor. Is, you know, is the biggest reason you don't see people doing it. I tell you what, I would play a Chi, or if that little Chi kick, the initiate's version of Chi Blast, if it didn't have that ramp up time, I would play an initiate as ability power. But having that charge up time makes that ability suck. I mean, the ability by default is really strong. It heals, plus it gives a debuff on the mobs. I mean, that's super strong. But it's not fun to use, and that's, you know, I mean, it's all about fun. Alright, we should still have a captain coming here, too. What's going on, Ubers? I'm using junk on them right now. Marcus, you want fire damage on your Ramsters. It's the only required mod. Use anything else. Like how I would normally set them up is to kill Frostlane, so they'd be fire, anti-frost, and then like anti-melee or something along those lines. But depending on how you want to set them up, I've just got a generic throwaway relic on them right now, just so I can use them. Coffee certainly helps, Doug. There's no doubt about that. Well, they haven't said that they have any plans to change the shard system. So, I mean, I don't know anything you guys don't know. The only difference, you know, between me and anybody else is I watch the stuff every day. So the second Trendy posts some sort of news, I'm able to get it out on the channel. But, I mean, I don't know anything that you guys don't know. And Trendy's been extremely quiet, so nobody knows what they're doing. That table flipper animation is so bugged. I gotta just spin in there. It actually already went and dealt its damage, and it was still there. I just imagine how much more fun that would be, Quentin, if... I mean, I use the monk as a boss killer because the monk hits for 10 times more. They're all sitting in a bag there, Mr. Yeah. I'll upgrade them all when I'm done with AP resets. I'm not going to spend a bunch of gold and crafting materials upgrading them just to use them for 5 hours, you know? It takes 5 hours for me to do AP reset right now. 6 if I screw around. And I'm not going to spend all that gold and crafting materials every time. I mean, you never should if you don't need to, you know? Save your gold. Save the mats. It's damage taken over a 5-second period, Jake. So it doesn't matter how much it is per hit. Everything that can reduce the barb's health is beneficial in that build. But yeah, it's over 5 seconds, not per shot. Catastrophe's calling. Such a cheesy tone. Oh, the animation I think would be fine. I mean, just don't make it, you know, just you hit the button, make it like Chi Blast. You hit the button, it goes. You know, don't make it so you have to hit the button twice. I mean, it makes it so that, like, to use the Initiate, in my opinion, to use her in a fun way, you have to macro it. And that's no good, you know? Having to macro a hero just to make it fun. We got proximity on this one, too. Let's throw some flame arrows just because of that proximity. We got armored up here. You know what? This lane with this crazy curve, I think I'm just gonna weapon man it. Weapon mans and flame arrows. I don't feel the need to use a Ramster on every lane. What's going on there, K-Vine? Yeah, but you could just remove that pause. Just have her do her spin, you know? Have her do her little spin kick thing. That stopping and stand on one leg thing is just irritating, and it doesn't look natural either. It doesn't look right, in my opinion. So, I mean, removing that would be the best thing ever. Let's see, what do we want to do here? I think we're going to have to do some last resort, too. Let's see, do we have range mobs in there? We don't have any ranged mobs in that pack. Thinking we can kill them from behind. Anything that gets too sneaky. .26 Frost Orcs. Definitely want that fire damage going. Use towers, Bryce. You got a Kursikazi lane, use towers, and Kursikazi does nothing. I mean, we got some javelin throwers here. They're going to wreck these Ramsters, huh? Throw a campaign weapon man in front of it. If you fully automate a lower chaos tier, absolutely, you can certainly get banned for that, Marcus. That would be quite the script. Yeah, Kursikazi range is big, but like if this was a Kursikazi lane, I would just get rid of these flame auras and put something else back here. But Kursikazi is a big area, but it's not as big as like the area of this flame aura. Or it's probably about the same size. You go outside of that range, you're good. So it would do nothing to towers. few ups there. Yeah, the flame arrows will get stunned, but I got big range on them. But I expect the flame arrow to get stunned through the course of this. But that's why I don't use the exact same... You know, you don't use only one thing on a lane. If you mix it up and use multiple things, then that's not going to be an issue. This is actually doing really good. This Ramster's not even going to get any work, is it? It's done one shot. We're looking good, looking good. Just using them for this reset, Nika. I've been mixing it up. I don't know if you've noticed. What, I did 2 resets with bees. I did 2 resets with just ballistas and poison dart towers. And this one, I'm going through it with mainly Ramsters. Or Ramsters as my main form of DPS. Of course, all you get is frost lanes everywhere. And I don't have fire on them, so that's making me throw these flamers in. I don't do it, Doug. I mean, I should be doing it, but I'm just... If you have all gilded shards and good mods, you don't need to do it. You can just clear this stuff in your campaign gear. I mean, shards are huge, and if you have gilded shards, you know, you can just do that first map in your campaign gear, and then you don't need the alt. And then after the first map, I'm back up to Chaos 7, so I can equip my Chaos 7 pieces. Yeah, I'm aware there, Skeletor. If I start throwing weapon manufacturers everywhere, though, it's not gonna be much of a Ramster build, so... I probably won't do 2 resets at Ramsters, though. It's just so much quicker to go with my normal setup. Being, you know, Weapon Man's Flame Auras, Lightning Strikes, and PDTs. Ballistas on lanes that need physical damage. It's just super, super quick. I mean, not that it's any less quick with Ramsters, but I don't use them as often. Yeah, Subnautica... The new Subnautica needs more content. I mean, it's brand new to early access. I streamed it. I did literally everything I could do. But it's real early still in development. The developers said that there's between 1 to 2 hours of content. I streamed it for 3 hours, so I kind of stretched it out a little. But you just don't know when the cutoff is, where there's no more content, so you just have to keep pushing and find out for yourself. Off and on, Obers. Same thing with the quintuple. Currently they're working, but they've worked and not worked like 3 times since mods became a thing. That's why I don't use them. Well, that and I use the pet boost. None of them work on the pets. But quintuple will work for the melee, and heavy will work for the range. Periodically. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Like I said, as far as I know, there's been 3 times where they've gone back and forth from working to not working. They started off working, then they were not working, then they're working again. So, you know, it just depends on, do you want to... You know, do you want to risk having to change it later? I like using the pets, so for me, it's kind of no choice. I just go hero damage, and then I don't have to worry about whether the mods are working or not. And it's a negligible amount of damage difference. I mean, obviously, if I went heavy, it would be more damage on the melee attacks and on the nuke. But I just don't need it. You know, I mean, in my normal setup before I reset, my nuke was doing 840 million damage. There's 3 different flame aura builds I use there, Marcus. Exclamation FA in chat will get you a link to one of them. But if you're looking at Hero Spotlights playlist, exclamation Spotlights in chat, they're all there. There's 3 different ones. They're all very effective. Yeah, it's buggy, Granus. Indeed. It's not Earth Shatter, it's the Shatterquake mod, as far as I understand. Come on, Ramster. Cannon Ogre coming? Might as well let him come on out. If he will. There we go. Oh, he still shot me before I got my pet off. Ah, crap. And the captain's rolling out too. Ah, that sucks. I gotta start paying attention to this crap. I just never pay attention to the lanes anymore. If you don't watch what bosses are coming, then you know, bad things will happen. Let's see what we got. The Mega Squad Delta with Armored. I think I'm just not even going to bother building anything down there. I'll upgrade this Flame Aura all the way because it's going to cover that lane too. I think I'll just shoot him though. Get that Frostfire going up in there. It should wreck it. Cannon Ogre's a beast, man. He's no joke. Just getting started with this reset. Key Mortons are pretty low. Went floor 56 right at the moment. Not going to do the full reset on stream here today. It's my Monday morning, so I got the Monday morning blues. I know it's Tuesday, but it's my Monday. Comes a Lava Guardian making the turn. Ooh, and one down here too. Here's one down. Well, if you got Frost, you'd want to use fire damage. And since you got Cyborgs, you want to either use Tenacity or big range. Right now, for Ancient Power resets, I'm going with range on Flame Auras. Outranges them most of the time. Every now and then one will get disabled, but just need to pay attention. This guy needs to get off me. You probably have to copy and paste them, Doug, I would guess. You can use the same commands in Discord if you guys are on the Discord server. Oops, end of the map. Anybody that's not in the Discord server, all the stream commands are usable in Discord as well. Ooh, looks like Factory Town just got an update. I took a peek at Discord real quick there because I saw I had a message. It was from Factory Town. I might end up streaming some of that at some point to get through that playthrough quicker too. I've been going so slow on it. You can outrange them there, Flavio. If you go with lots of range, you're going to have bigger range than the Frost Orcs are. So yeah, they're going to freeze them up every now and then. But as for the most part, if you got the right shards, you're going to kill them. You know? Alright, what do we got here? Psyfrost Vanguard Throwers Proximity. Sucks. Sucks to have as that top lane. Gonna have to reflect beam it. Well, proximity on there, let's at least get one flame aura down. I'll just pop it right there. See, I got deadly strikes on the flame aura, so I got really big flame aura range. The cyborg can't hit that flame aura from right here, yet the flame aura is doing damage to it. So you have to kill it before it kills you, basically. But there's two counters to cyborgs, tenacity and range. You can outrange them, or you can use tenacity. And either one is wildly effective. Yeah, definitely save it. You don't. Your C8 amp would go away the second you reset. Like here we got cyborgs and frost orcs. I'm just gonna. I mean, they're gonna get frozen, but they're not gonna get completely disabled. I mean, they will periodically by the cyborg. But here I'm kind of always going to use this setup in that top lane because it kills the flyers as well. But cyborgs and frost orcs, those things will get some ice on them, but just not the end of the world, you know. Let's see, it's Ramstered up here. We got 120 left. Tenacity's got to be Chaos 8, 10 of 10 to work, Flavio. If it's Chaos 8, 10 of 10, it works like a champ. Anything less than that is unacceptable. I mean, it does exactly what it says it's going to do. If you're not at 100%, then you're not getting, you know, you're not getting the benefit of it. Let's see, let's go like that. You know what, let's just put PDTs all over the place here. PDTs, please. Put one over here, too. Just for good measure. Some of those projectiles are going to get blocked there. I'm going to watch it. Some of those are going to get blocked. Yeah, there's... That was my original thing. I mix it up every reset though. And like I said, this one it's all about Ramsters, so I'm gonna have Ramsters on every map. Doesn't make this the best build. It makes this using Ramsters. Definitely not the smartest on any of these lanes, really. Make sure. Actually, the darts are going through the objective. That's good. Everything's just melting. Ramsters are super strong, there's no doubt. I don't use them as often just because, as a general rule, I just like all that ground stuff. I love fissures and weapon mans and proton beams and flame auras and lightning strikes. I love that stuff. Yeah, there wasn't a lane in DD1 where I didn't have full aura stacks at all times. And traps, for that matter. A full aura stack with gas traps? Oh man, that's good stuff there. Oh, that's super, super strong, Mr. Yeah. There's no doubt there. Ballistas and PDTs are in a great place. And then boosting them, that just makes it even more effective, you know. Yeah, what am I doing? Trying to hit the PDT and hitting the Ramster instead. Not enough to upgrade that LSA. That's alright. Go back up here and make sure everything's safe. Didn't look at the boss lane again, imagine that. Looks like it's all getting melted. Yeah, the weapon mans are in campaign gear. I just didn't feel the need to set up another weapon to get or to find a throwaway weapon man relic. I'm just using it for the stun, not for anything else. Table flip to the face? What's the DPS on the Ramsters? The tooltip DPS is 1.15 mil. So about what? Probably about 50-60% of what it would be in my normal Chaos 7 setup. Upgrading Ramsters again. Habits, old habits die hard. And didn't quite get the full ride on that one. I tell you what, those packs of shieldy goblins, you jump on their heads and float around, it counts every swing as a jump swing, which isn't as strong as the nuke, but is stronger than a normal attack. So you can just sit there on their heads and just swing. It's ridiculously powerful. See, like I got 2 jump swings out of that one jump on that one. Uh-oh. Bastille Master. Whew. Got a nuke in the middle of all that. That was lucky. Lucky I didn't die. I'm going with a little less hero health than I have been through these resets. Where's David at? Dang it, man. It's David's song. If David Stang shows up on stream, make sure you guys give him a hard time about this song. Upgrade Ramsters just get really small upgrade value. If you look at this one, tier 1, 1.15 mil tooltip DPS. If I upgrade it, it only goes to 1.26. It just doesn't get much. You don't get much bang for your buck. Where PDTs get a lot more, Flamars get a lot more. So I'd be better off spending the mana on these other defenses. But it's just habits. You're just used to spamming, you know. See if I can get a ride this time. Oh, they all died too quick. That sucks. Those Ramsters hit right as I landed. They all died to the Ramsters. Same thing. What's going on there, Johnny? How you doing? Dang, another Bastille Master. How unlucky. Well, luckily, that girl is too silly to put her shield up. I got 999 Ascension points into it, Marcus. Then I'm using all gilded shards. And I'm using a mod that gives it more defense power. That's what I'm using. Go Boom Boom Power Servo. So it's not a spectacular relic, and it's not upgraded. But I've got a Gilded Destruction on it. Gilded Defense Rate, so I'm at the cap. At the speed cap. So it's attacking as fast as it can attack with a bunch of extra defense power. Let's see. PDT. Let's get these Flamars up here all jacked up. Actually, it looks like they are already. Oh, the Lightning Strike is too. Get this PDT. And then we'll get this PDT as well. No, that one's already gotten. Get the flame armor. There we go. Yeah, I wouldn't, just take your time there, Johnny. Make sure you look at all the heroes over. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting the Abyss Lord first, if that's the one you want. But I would definitely look the heroes over. It wouldn't be my... Knowing all the heroes really well, it wouldn't be my first choice, personally. But that doesn't mean getting it first is a bad idea, either. It's all about fun. If you think that one will be the most fun for you, then that's what you should get. But if you're only 4 days into the game, just don't even think about that yet. Just worry about getting the Chaos 7 and getting yourself decked out in some gear and getting some shards. Remember that there's no point in getting the hero until you have the shards for the hero. Because all heroes suck without shards. So without having the proper shards, getting the hero shouldn't be a priority. Get the shards first. That way the hero is good to go as soon as you get it, you know? Ready to use. Well, 58 incoming. I'm gonna look at this Factory Town update real quick. Let's see. Oh, it's a language update. Alright. I mean, a language update is good, of course. It's getting French, Italian, German, Spanish, Russian, Polish, Brazilian Portuguese, and Mandarin Chinese is getting added into the game today. You can do either going through expeditions or climb onslaught floors, the BF2 nerd. It takes about 24 maps from start. Once you finish adventure mode, it'll take you about 24 maps to get to Chaos 7. If you go through expeditions, it may be a little bit shorter, or pardon me, it may be a little bit longer, depending on your RNG. Alright, we got Spellbreaker up top. We got Longshot. I mean, this lane is set up for Ramsters. We got some Javelin throwers in there, so we're going to want... Tell you what, let's go like this. Let's go... 3 Rams. A PDT. 2 Ballistas. And then, since I got the Javelin throwers, it only makes sense to use a Reflect Beam. Let's go with a big one. And what have we got over here? We got Pilot on, Controlled Burn. Here we got a bunch of Frost Goblins. See, let's not use that. We know we're going to need the PDT, and we know we're going to want Ramsters. Let's see, let's get the 3 Ramsters in. We got all those little ranged Gobus again, but I think this map we're going to be able to kill them prior. Now, Controlled Burn, let's get a Drench on there as well. And then some poison. Let's get some poison going. So we'll have poison and a drench going to handle the controlled burn. And it will help stunning the flyers too. Just go like that. Let's see. Omega Squad, Iota, Phased. Now Phased makes it see. Let's just 3 rams and a PDT. Call it good. Let's see. That phased will really help those Ramsters, give them a few extra shots. And what do we got here? We got proximity, we got bullet sponge. I think here we just go with let's go with some rams. Let's get a PDT, and then let's get, since we got proximity, let's go with a couple of flamers maybe. Actually, I still got DU left, huh? Let's get one up here too. Man, I still got 110 left. Holy crap. Let's go another PDT. This lane shouldn't be an issue, but I'm going to throw another PDT anyway. Yeah, long shot enemies definitely take less damage the closer you are. Your towers or your hero. Let's see, we'll throw one flame aura here with all those frosties. Let's see how that holds. You notice it, as far as hero damage goes, you notice it really well playing the nuke monk, because of course that's a melee attack. Your nuke will do like practically nothing. The cap is 25%, so no matter how far, like if that was a long shot lane and I was over here shooting at it, the most I'm going to get out of it is bonus 25%. You can go as low as a 50% decrease and as high as a 25% increase with all of the mutators. So like Spellbreaker, for example, is 50% less magic damage plus 25% physical damage. Well, it's a go at your own pace type thing. There's no right or wrong way there, BF2 nerd. The absolute fastest way, god dang it, I'm doing it again. Upgrading the wrong stuff. The absolute fastest way would be to do Chaos 1 and 2 in Expeditions, then switch over to Onslaught, do Onslaught to floor 24, and then you should have Chaos 7 unlocked, so go over and do 1 Chaos 7 Expedition, and then that's going to unlock floor 28 for you in Onslaught, and then just grind. Grind for shards. God, I keep doing it. I've got a real problem with these Ramster upgrades. I just keep doing it. Seemed like that held up pretty well, though. We reckon it. Little lady orc getting uppity. Could have went bad. Luckily, got him killed before he slammed. So weird. The stream just completely stopped and restarted. I'm not really sure what that was all about. Timmy lanes are easy. Gotta have some easy ones too, Bryce. Can't have all nightmare lanes. Gotta get something on our side, you know? Yeah, the just Timmy lanes and the Timmy Horde lanes are both just super, super easy. There's a bunch of easier lanes, though, but I mean, you know, it's just the nature of the game. You can't have all miserable lanes. I mean, that's why the higher you go, all you see is Cyborg Frost lanes. It's just all there is. Because those are theoretically the hardest lanes. So Trendy jam-packs all of those in at the higher tiers. I mean, I've got either Cyborgs or Frost Orcs on every single lane here, I think. I'm pretty sure. We'll have to check. And I'm only on, what, floor 58. I'm not even that high. Let me see. Alright, we got, not Frost Orcs, but we do have Frost Mobs on that lane. We got Cyborgs there. We got Cyborgs and Frost Orcs there. Let's see. We got Cyborgs there. And we've got one lane on this whole map with either no Cyborgs or Frost Mobs. But that's just the norm. It actually sucks that there's not more variety. Because as you're pushing up, it makes the lane, it just makes it really boring doing the exact same build on every lane. That's one of the big benefits you get to doing these AP resets, is you can do stuff like this, you know, using different defenses. Like, I haven't used Ramsters in ages. And Ramsters are super strong, so why not? Well, the reason I don't is because I'm using Trapsars and Nodes most of the time, you know? But you just don't get the versatility to use whatever you want the higher you go in Onslaught. And that's I know that's a lot of people's biggest complaints with Onslaught. The Kobolds are in flyer lanes on Onslaught. If you put them in every lane, like in Chaos 7, then it would do the same thing. It would turn Onslaught into a don't use towers thing, just like Chaos 7. The easiest way to beat Chaos 7 is don't use towers. Use Trapsars and Nodes, you know? Stick your head out here, Mr. Cannon Ogre. I got me a Reflect Beam now. See how you like that. You got a table to the face. Table still flipping. I think it was dead before the table got there. I mean, I do have EMP Kobolds on just about every map, though. So, I mean, it's not like they're rare in Onslaught. They're everywhere. See, we got them right. We got them on that lane. And we got them on that lane. So, I mean, we got 2 flyer lanes. "100% Kobolds and 2 flyer lanes." That would be something interesting to do. Just go into a bunch of... I think Unholy Catacombs would be the map to test it on, because it's got the six individual lanes plus the 2 flyer lanes. Go into Unholy Catacombs like 50 times and see how often cyborgs show up, or how often frost orcs show up, or whatever, you know. That would definitely be something interesting to see the data on. Alright, give me that ingot. I want my mods. If I run in there, it'll be up top. No ingot? Nope, there we go. Well, I mean, each person would probably give you their own opinion there, Kvine, but, I mean, in my opinion, there's really, as far as just shards go, there's really nothing faster than Gates of Dragonfall. That first map is just super, super quick. It usually has a really low mob count, and just the 3 lanes, so the mobs come out quick. Ooh, a 7 out of 10. That's probably the best mod I've ever gotten out of the box, as far as mod quality goes. Now, that's not a mod I would really be interested in using. But I keep looking, hoping that one day I'll get a 10 out of 10 mod out of that box. More than half the lanes would be Cyfrost. Probably right. Probably right. Hey, we got to keep here. Oh, man, I'm starting to get overrun on Chaos 7 amps. My vault is full. I've got 1,000 of them sitting there. Or 10,000, is it? I guess it's 10,000. And I've already got that many stacked up. No mods for me. Alright, what do we got? We got Timmy. Cyfrost Vanguard Throwers. We got Armored there. Here's a Spellbreaker. Spellbreaker and Proximity. That kind of sucks. I mean, I guess Proximity I can just throw a Flame Aura in. Alright, let's get ramming. Go with a Ramster there. A Ramster there. And we'll go with a PDT shooting that way. And a PDT shooting that way. Actually, I got that. Instead of a PDT here, I should go a Ballista on this one. With that Spellbreaker. And then, why don't we go 2 Flame Auras? We'll just go like that. And that will help the Proximity, and it will help the Timmy lane. Alright, see, over here we can basically do what we want. So let's Ramsterize it. Yeah, Onslaught is exceptionally easier with 2 people. Your mob health goes up 20%, but you get massive more hero DPS. Plus, you know, the biggest problem with Onslaught is you can't be in 2 places at one time. With 2 players, you can, you know. I think we'll just go with, we'll do the same thing. Alright, what do we got over here? We got Long Shot Flyers. And then Headstrong. Seems like the Ramster PDT would be good here. That mob gallery. Well, I guess the mob gallery is going to get burned down by the Ramsters. Let's go something like that. An EMP there kind of stinks, but, you know, whatever. What can you do? Got relatively easy lanes in the mid. What do we have here? Cyfrost Womps, pilot on. So we want conditions, and that works out well because I kind of want a weapon man here for the flyers anyway. So let's get some conditions. So here we got two possible conditions. We got the drench and then the stun. Some fire damage wouldn't hurt. Actually, a PDT would be good too. Let's do this. Let's go 2 rams there. I'm gonna run out of, and then we'll go with a PDT and that weapon man for the flyers. That only leaves me 280 for this lower area. So I'm gonna have to do some smart building down here. We got Dreadbones. Let's go back to the weapon mans. We'll go 1 node in each lane. We got the controlled burn, which makes me want to go PDT. And that leaves me 150 left. So I tell you what, let's go with 1 flame, 1 lightning, and then 2 Ramsters. This seems weak over here. It's only 30 mobs. I'm gonna need to upgrade that PDT big time. Let's go like that. I feel like this lane is really weak. I could use just something else. Anything. Let me see if I can spare something from somewhere. I got both of those Ramsters pointing at the Spellbreaker lane. That was a little bit of fail right there. The Ramster needs to be pointed at the Timmy lane. Glad I checked that. What the heck? Ramster needs to be that way. Let's go 1 more Ballista. Do I have enough? Oh, I actually don't. I can't go Ballista. Alright, well, Ramster it is then. I guess I could have left that Ramster going that way. Alright, see how this holds up here. Where you at, Mr. Frosty Pants, flying around up there? See how things are holding here. So far, so good, I guess. Captain's coming. Here we go. Captain's down. Should have another dragon dropping here in a minute. Yeah, for Chaos 2, that's a smart choice for sure. I do want to get that PDT jacked up since it's the only thing in that lane, pretty much. And here comes Mr. Frosty Pants. Piece of cake. Sorry, y'all. I missed a bunch of chat there. I must have kind of spaced out for a minute. See, what reset is this for me? This is 58 there, Kendall. If you don't have the key to Chaos 2 is use towers. You can use whatever towers you want. Ballistas are super strong, cannons are great, poison dart towers are great, flamethrowers are great, earth shatters are great. Any tower. So stay away from traps, auras, and nodes. I'm getting wrecked over here. What's going on here? I got... crap. Well, I guess it survived. Let's see if the PDT burns these flyers, though. Looks like it's gonna. Now, I'm hoping a round of upgrades will resolve this issue here. These PDTs could get some more power going on them. I'm just going to repair the rams. Oh, there's javelin throwers now. That's going to be a problem. Well, I know this needs to get upgraded too. Destruction is from Chaos 1 there, Pink Panda. Oh, crap, I did it again. Ugh. It's 58 there, OG Gamer. I didn't do any over the weekend. I played, but I didn't, I played a bunch of other stuff over the weekend. I played that Mars or Die game a little bit more yesterday. That game is actually kind of fun. God, it can be so frustrating losing after 30 minutes, though, with 15 seconds left. But that's, you know, it was self-inflicted. I lost this one map like 3 times with like 15, 20 seconds left by getting too ballsy. And you can't die in that. If you die, it's game over for the maps. Seems like this ballista could use some love here too. If you've already prestiged once, why are you going up again there, OG? You don't want to push every time. Just, that's why you do your onslaught push the very first time. The most ideal way to do it is before you do any ancient power resets, push as high as you can. Then go get all your ancient power. And then go back. And then steamroll your initial push. Shards aren't map related, they're shard pack related. They're specific to the shard pack. What map you get it from doesn't matter. There's no difference between a Chaos 1 shard pack from Unholy Catacombs versus a Chaos 1 shard pack from Gates of Dragonfall. Shard packs are shard packs. I think that might be the key to this lane, is just getting Frostfire in it. Oh wow, my connection just reset again. I wonder what's going on. I tell you, I'll make this the last map here today, because I'm having, I don't know, it actually seems like it's YouTube. I keep disconnecting from the YouTube server. I'm not really sure why. Crap, and I did it again. Ugh. Not enough for an up here. I bet I can after this mana, though. There we go. What about over here? I'd love to get another upgrade on that ballista. Once you get the perfect shard setups, gilded shards, and more ascension, then that won't be the case, OG. That's entry level. 380,000-ish is like entry level Chaos 7. So you're like the beginning of Chaos 7. Nice beta project. Glad the videos could help you out. Oh, you kill them the same way on every map there, Pink Panda. You have to oil them first and then hit them with fire damage. Or you can use the Burning Strike Shard. So keep a Huntress in your deck. And you can kill them with the Huntress pretty easily. Or you can ignite them with the Huntress pretty easily, I should say. You get high level gear by doing higher levels. There, Philip. The top gear drops. Bastille Master got me. My Beacon of the Storm killed me there. Where's she at? Oh, don't get it off! Oh, she got it off, but I killed her anyway. Luckily, I was mid-swing. Sounds to me like you don't have all the basic shards there, OG. You shouldn't worry about mass destruction until you get the basics. Remember, mass destruction is not going to save the day if you're not at the speed cap. So, I mean, get the basics in first before you worry about that stuff. Yeah, I mean, any mod that ignites is going to ignite them. The problem with automating it through like Ramsters is if he's not dead by the time his cooldown comes back up and he can cast his bubble again and he's still ignited, then it bugs him out and it won't allow the ignite to actually remove the shield. So it's something you just is going to be best done with a hero rather than automating it. Cobalt's got me again. The best shards to use are Deadly Strikes, Defense Raid, and Destruction. Is the go-to basic shard pack on every defense in the game there, Harry. And then once you get all those shards in place, then decide if you want to do any fine-tuning from there. But those are kind of considered the big three. Let's see, I think we're good. Expeditions. There, Philip, would be the fastest way to get shards and gear. Don't do Onslaught looking for shards or gear, basically. I mean, you can get lucky and get a shard pack there, but you can't target farm it in Onslaught. And the gear, just not as much gear drops in Onslaught. Defense Raid is Chaos 4. You don't have defense rate and you're trying to get mass destruction, you're just wasting your time there, OG. I mean, it's something you'll want to get eventually, so if you decide to get it first, go for it. But that's not what's going to give you the biggest gain in power. Defense rate is the single largest gain in damage in the game. Getting your first defense rate shard will have the biggest impact of any shard, including destruction. Now, destruction obviously goes right there with it. Destruction would be number 2. But the single biggest impact in damage that your defenses do is defense rate. I did play Neverwinter, Brian, back several years ago. I liked it. Right. See what we got for bosses here. Looks like a Tuskar. Yeah, Tuskar there. And an Ogre over there. Shouldn't be a huge problem. Yeah, it looks like I'm up as far as I can go on these PDTs. Let's get these ones over here squared away, I guess. And dump the rest into the bottom here. Okay, that's good. There we go. It's been proven many times over there, Bryce. It's 286. On your 286th reroll, you'll get a 10 out of 10. If you don't get one by then. But it's been tested by many, many different people now, and we've all come up with the same exact number. He get that one? No, he didn't get that one. That's good. Get some frostfire going on the captain. I'm gonna have a bunch of them. You get them through Onslaught as well. Once you get past the entry level floors. Uh-oh. Oh crap! I got double dragoned. Shoot! Looks like we're good though. So doing Ancient Power resets, you actually get a ton of them. A ton of reroll tokens. Just save them up for after it's over. I've got over 1,000 now. So that'll be what? Guaranteed 4 10 out of 10s when I get back around to doing that. I'm going to do all that on, probably not on stream. I'll probably do it on a recorded video. Once I'm done with AP, getting my gear all dialed back in. Same as any other defense, Philip. Destruction, defense rate. 2 strongest defensive shards in the game. The thing with Lightning Strike R's is you got to remember is it's a single target defense. So if you put it on a lane, if you put one Lightning Strike R on a lane with a bunch of mobs, it's just going to get completely overrun. It's not going to be able to keep up. Even though it hits really, really hard, it only hits one target. I'm at the point where I have to get to floor 80 there, Harry. It goes up every time you do an AP reset. I've got to go floor 51 to 80 on my resets. Yeah, you have to do both. There's no one requirement. The reach floor 250 and floor 30 plus are only your very first ancient power. Alright. Well, that is going to do it for today, y'all. Like I said, having some connection issues. Hoping a couple of router restarts and whatnot will get that squared away. So I'm planning on being back later on, streaming something different. But I'm not positive on that. If my connection is still going in and out, then I'll probably just do some edited content as well, or instead. So I'll keep it posted on Twitter and the community page. But that is gonna do it for today. So keep an eye out on Twitter or on the YouTube community page. Of course, you can always come chat with me in Discord. However, that is going to get it for this time around. So thanks again, all. And I will see you all soon, hopefully. Take it easy.